Good. Hi everyone, and welcome to this guided meditation with me, Espen Haugen. Now reading from Abraham-Hicks Cards today. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun with a variety that we can do something new, something different sometimes. It always feels good and to follow guidance, and that's what I felt that I got a guidance from doing this now, to reading the Abraham-Hicks Cards. It's always a good energy that moves forward to understand when you're having a clarification about when something coming up for yourself and you feel that energy comes through and you're just feeling lighting up from within, then you know that it's something truth from within, that letting the energy to flow easily to you and through you and to expand on it. And that is the whole purpose, because more we are expanding and lighting up from within and releasing the resistance to what is and then becoming more of who we truly are, then it just becomes more and we feel it inside. Then we will also experience more and more how we are sensing and observing and experience things outside of ourselves, because it is the inside that create the outside, you see. So good. So it's just like come to a place, sitting comfortable in a place that feels good to you, just relaxing and allowing, breathing in and breathing out. A deep slow breath in, a deep slow breath out, and find a rhythm that feels best to you. It's always good to breathing into the energy of who you are, to releasing the resistance, to quieting your mind, and letting that energy inside arises as you're just focusing on the breathing, as you hear those words being speaking to you and through you now, in a newness. It's always new and refreshing, this moment and the next one, and the next one, and the next one. It's new and refresh every moment, and then it feels good, always. So good, so good. So for myself also, to just breathing and allowing. Yeah, and just continuously breathing in and breathing out. It's all about letting it be, whatever emotion you now have inside of yourself, whatever you feel now inside, it's to letting it play it out without you not interacting it, but just focus on your breathing, your energy, and your focus in that breathing in and breathing out. And whatever emotion comes, letting it flow to you and through you. Just like there is no resistance to what is, it's just allowing it to be, to flow to you and through you, the energy, whatever forms it comes in your thought forms and whatever. Just letting it flow to you and through you, whatever, conditional, whatever. Because unconditional you are inside of yourself. Unconditional you came into this physical body with this unconditional energy. Unconditional love, we speak, unconditional appreciation for who you are, and more you become of that energy, unconditional, in all your desires and all those things you want. When you are in the place of allowing yourself to just breathe in and breathe out deeply, allow yourself to tune into the vibration of who you truly are, to release the resistance to what is, with quieting your mind and just focus on in the newness that is now and forward in you. And breathing in and breathing out, and feel more the energy from within arises more and more. The vibration increases, it becomes naturally more and more as you just focus on the one thing now, breathing in, breathing out. Whatever words coming to you and through you that you hear with your ears, and when the sounds come, you don't resist that too. You're just letting it flow to you and through you. It's always an energy flows to you and through you. You see, when we're just paying attention and hear something, and not try to figure it out or try to make it happen or change it or anything, but just listen to the sound, paying attention to it, how it feels when you hear it. It's a different vibration from when you try to make it happen, when you try to figure out what this sound is, instead of letting the sounds come to you and through you in the form of how you're feeling from within yourself. Because when you feel unconditional love, when you feel good, when you feel present in the new now, when you feel the gift of this present that's always new and refreshed, then whatever sounds coming to you, whatever what you see, whatever what you hear, whatever what you feel, whatever what you taste, whatever what you smell, whatever thoughts coming to you, now it's a different thoughts. You say it's a newness thoughts, it's a feel good, because everything that is new, that feels new and refreshed, feels good. Everything that feels new and refreshed feels good. This is refreshing. It's like a looking at from the way from becoming, and being excited for this becoming of what you now are observing. It's like we don't go back and re-experience the past and overthinking and looking at the vibration of things and looking at things and thinking the same thought about it over and over again. Like we are looking in a new way. We don't paying attention to that thought of what it is, but we're paying attention to the feeling and the thought as one with what we think, what we look at it. And then it's different. It's a different vibration. And then it becomes more. Because now it's new and refresh how you feel it from within. And now it looks that different than how you look at it. From how you look at it from how you're feeling from within. And then this energy transform and shift and becomes more, you see. Energy shift and transform when we allow it to be. Energy shift and transform and becomes more when we are letting ourselves to feel our own alignment and feeling our alignment first more and more before we do and have anything. Energy transform and becomes more when we are just letting it happen, letting it be. Nothing to do, nothing to have about it, but just be first in the alignment, and then the rest, all the other things unfold from that space. When you feel good inside, all areas in the outside, whatever your thought, what you're thinking about it, transform and shift. The more we are in the vibration of the alignment, then it's more deliberate shifting to something more. It is so good to know that it's all from within, and it's always available for me to feel good now and feel better and better and better. And there is no destination. There is always just continuously flowing forward in the new, always. A wonderful energy vibration that always coming into the newness that is now and forward. Continuously flowing in newness. In the now that always is now and forward in the new. The past was in the newness in the now, and the future will be in the newness in the now. So everything takes place from this newness that is now and forward, you see. So reading from Abraham-Hicks Cards, just shuffling and having some fun. This is from the Ask and It Is Given. Dear friends, these beautiful cards capture the essence of the life-changing best-selling book, Ask and It Is Given. You will experience an enhancing of your personal power, which may at first seem illogical or even magical, as the energy stream from which these cards have come dovetails with the true essence of your own being. As you return for frequent visits to these beautiful cards, you will begin to notice a definite closing of the gap between where you are and where you want to be on all subjects that are important to you. have fun with this. I love Esther and Jerry Hicks. Shuffling a little bit, see the message coming through, the energy always comes through with the Abraham-Hicks cards. There's just a flowing forward in the newness for releasing the resistance and allow the becoming of who you truly are to become more. And then it's easy to think and feel about things you want from this space, you see. And it's easy to experience it also because there is an easiness in that energy, always, forever and ever flowing through you in the newness, in the now, that it's always new and refreshed. It becomes more. Good. There we go. And this is the first one. So I can gradually change my vibrational frequency. I can gradually change my vibrational frequency. There is no thought that you cannot eventually have, just as there is no place that you cannot eventually reach from wherever you are. But you cannot instantly jump to a thought that has a vibrational frequency very different from the thoughts you are usually thinking. So we can gradually shift and change a little by little because it's not take a big jump, but we can gradually shift from just, as this meditation is about, to release the resistance with just breathing first, breathing into the alignment, and it's easier for quieting our mind and have no thought at all, and then feel good, and then what we think feels better. Then to gradually shift as well, but we can choose what feels best to us as well. We can also choose from where we are in the thoughts and feeling not so good to feeling a little bit better, to start to ask questions what feels a little bit better, and then will we have those question answer as we are asking from what feels a little bit better. Is a little bit better feeling comes our way in that asking, you see. When we ask easily about something, what feels a little bit better, we easily answer from what feels a little bit better. And then we moves up. I would say we moves downstream with feeling a little bit better and better and better, and then until we feel good. And we are so gifted from our emotion that we can guide ourselves to feeling from unwanted to wanted easily when we are practicing this vibration. But also to letting ourselves know that it is easier to quieting our mind first and have no thoughts at all, and then the energy vibration arises from within, and then when we start thinking again, we're not only thinking with the thinking, we are thinking with our feelings, we think of all of who we are, and now the energy is different, and then it just becomes more because it feels good. This is the next one. So what if Source were standing in my physical shoes? What if Source were standing in my physical shoes? It is not your job to make something happen, you see, letting it happen. Your work is to simply determine what you want. If we were standing in your physical shoes, our attention would be upon bringing ourselves into alignment with the desires and preferences that we have launched. We would consciously feel our way into alignment. So we say it's not try to make it happen. What happens when we are not trying to make it happen? What happening when we are just allowing ourselves to consciously breathe and focus on the breathing? And what happening when the mind quieting it down, with you just focus on the one thing as breathing? And we can feel, we don't have to try to make it happen, we don't have to try to figure out. We have this question and then we just breathe. And then we feel what's happening. And then we can easily feel the energy and the vibration arises as we just consciously be aware of, focus on the breathing, you see. And there is nothing I need to do about it, nothing I need to have it. What's happening if I'm breathing? What's happening? Where should I breathe? How long should I breathe in or out? When should I breathe? You have those questions, but like when you're getting out of the head of the question and I'm just know that for me, generally speaking, it always feels good to me to just breathing and allowing. for, let's say, 5, 10, or 15 minutes. I notice every time I'm breathing and allowing and just quieting my mind, we say, let's just focus on the breathing, focus on how it feels to breathe in and breathe out. Then my mind quiet and my energy arises from within. So as easy and general I am, just breathe. Nothing I need to complicate about it, try to figure out why it feels good or anything. I'm just start breathing. And then what happening? The energy shift and change. What happening after when the energy shift and change? I'm allowed to receive more of this beautiful vibration I feel from within as it arises more energy and vibration to it. As I'm allowing it to be, and then I receive more of the energy to come to me. All is well, all is good, and there is just more to come, you see. Because nothing is against us, everything is for us. We didn't resist to be here in this planet Earth. We are here now on this planet Earth, so we are here, you see. We didn't resist to be here, we are here. So we are allowed to become more of what we want to be doing, that we desire to be doing now. Because we desire to come into this physical body with our non-physical energy, with this unconditional love we are. And now here we are, just desiring for more. And it's a never-ending newness, desire in it, you see. It's just for more and more and more and more and more and more and more. No destination, is just more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And it's fun, and it's joy, and it's easy, and it's gentle, and it's general, and it just becomes more. Always good, always a vibration that always allow you to become more. Like unconditional love cannot disappear from within yourself, because you came from this unconditional love and this unconditional in your physical body. And here we are, expressing ourselves with this feeling more and more. So good. So what's next? Well, getting into the vortex relationship cards, you see. Dear friends, it is always satisfying for me to be able to tap into the vibration of Abraham and to translate the empowering message into our current time and space. I really believe that this deck of cards not only contains everything necessary to attract and maintain wonderful relationships, but it also explains everything that we would ever need to understand about living our lives here in these bodies at this time. Every time I reflect upon the depth of understanding that is reflected in these cards, I am restored to my true nature. This deck of cards is my most precious possession. With love, Esther. This is the one. It's so good. This is the card. I can replace full premises with law-based premises. There has been a theme unfolding here of replacing flow premises with law-based premises, and we would like to leave you with a final one. We all make too much of all of this. It is simpler than we all make it out to be. Be easy about it. Be kind to yourself. Do things that feel fun. Look for things that bring you relief and just easily move into that place, your vortex, where all things that you want have already been lined up for you, you see. Because we cannot easily understand when there is a resistance. That's not the truth of who we are, and we try to make it happen, try to figure out what's going on. In my life, this doesn't work and this doesn't work, and you are in the resistance. Then it's resist to be, and why it's resist to be, because it's not the truth of who you are, because you are a beingness that allowing and receiving, are allowed to receive all that you desire. Therefore, you resist when there's something unwanted coming up to your situation. You resist it because it's not the truth of who you are. Because unwanted is not the truth of who you are. You are more natural wanted than you are in the unwanted. We say you are the truest nature of one, and you're the truest nature of unconditional love. And the other things is just forms. It's just things. But we can have fun with those forms and those things as we create from our unconditional love. We are in no form in those things in forms, because we see we have to have both of them connected as one to create something, because the one cannot be without the other. And when the one is connected with it, oneness with the other in form, we can see how easily on a fall to become a beautiful flower, become something wonderful from that. You see, because something has to be in tune into the vibration to become something, you see. And that's the same with ourselves. When we feel something unconditional, feeling so good about something we're passionate about, and we then take action and we feel so good from the first place. Now it's connected with our, we say no form, in form, we say this non-physical in physical, body, energy in the body, and as one, then it becomes, because it's tuned in, it's tapped and turned, it's broadcasting the same frequency. And when it's broadcasting the same frequency, then it's match up to be. You see, it's match up to be, the vibration, confirms it from within. It's my broadcast. When I just said it, I broadcast to the frequency. I felt that vibration comes through. I felt that the energy in the goosebumps was lighting up my whole body. And when it's lighting up and it speaks something through, we can feel it in our energy from within. When we broadcast and that frequency that feels good, and we're matching up to that energy as we're thinking about it, we feel good about it, and it's tuned in and tapped and turn on the same frequency, and we feel its vibration through our whole body, confirms that energy. Then, okay, more to come, you see. And it's already been created in the first place, because all the desire is already created. Everything that we are the nature of unconditional love. When there is contrast happening, we already know what we do want, but it's our focus. It's our focus where we focus when we have something unwanted situation. But when more we're getting out of the head of it, releasing the resistor, we say it's easier to quieting our mind and have no thought at all, and then arises the energy. So breathing is a very beautiful thing to do, and allowing and just breathe the energy easily to you and through you. And then nothing affects you so much more, because you know who you are. More we're breathing and allowing and feel good in breathing and allowing, then it's be more natural for us to feel it more and more. That will be a new pattern, but that will be the things you will be more aware of, just breathing deeply more and more every day. You can easily see how the energy easily comes through when we easily breathe in and out, because we know when we resist something, we stop almost breathing. But we are allowed to breathe, because breathing don't stop if we still, because we don't have to think about breathing. Breathing still, if we stop breathing in the time, we have to release and start breathing again, you see. But we don't have to resist and to release all the time. Because more deeply we breathe and more we are aware of the breathing in and breathing out, and find its rhythm, and like say 10-15 minutes, we do this practice every day, more we will be aware of breathing deeply, and more the energy flows easily to us and through us, and more easily we receive beautiful feeling thoughts from that. And then we now understand that, like, oh, letting it happen. I'm now having clearly understanding of letting it happen. Just breathe, just allow, just be in the newness, just focus on be in the newness of the now. And then whatever thoughts coming from this no form, or say no thought at all, it's a newer, refreshed thoughts coming from that, you see, because you have no resistance to what is. So now when you start thinking about again, and you feel that unconditional love inside of yourself, now you start thinking again. It's a new and refreshed thought that's coming, you see, because you're not stuck in the old thought. You're refreshed. You are quiet your mind, lessening the resistance to what is. The thought is gone. And then when you allow yourself to feel this newness and the refreshment that is now, then when you start thinking again, It's a different vibration to it, and it's a different thoughts coming to it and through it, you see. Resistance releases automatically when you feel good in or now and focus on what feels better, and we flow forward always. So good, Jen. Let's read from the last one then. The money and the law of attraction cards. That will be that. This is fun. Dear friends, while money is not absolutely essential to your experience, to most people, money and freedom are synonymous. And since an intense awareness of your right to be free is at the very core of that which you are, it follows, therefore, that your relationship with money is one of the most important subjects of your life experience. And so it is no wonder that you have such strong feelings about the subject of money. It is our expectation that as you ponder these cards every day, a new point of attraction will begin to be activated within you, bringing not only more money into your experience, but evidence of your absolute freedom as well. Love, Esther and Jerry. Nice, that's the card. I can deliberately choose to feel better now. I can deliberately choose to feel better now. Not only does the thought you are choosing right now attract the next thought and the next, and so on, it also provides the basis of your alignment with your inner being. As you consistently and deliberately think and speak more of what you do want and less of what you do not want, you will find yourself more often in alignment with the pure positive essence of your own source. And under those conditions, your life will be extremely pleasing to you. Yeah, it's so good. And what a beautiful message. And more to come. We see, because nothing can disappear. It's an inclusive based universe. Nothing is exclusive. So it's about our to deliberately choose thoughts that feels better, because we cannot avoid anything, because it's our attention to what we want. That is, it's not about avoiding anything. It's about to be focused in those things that feels best to us, to be focused in our whole inner beingness, with our inner beings, to focus not only with the thought, but focus with the all, with our feelings and thoughts as one. It's to focus in the energy of who we truly are, in something, one, and then it becomes that form, and it becomes that experience for you more and more. And more you focus and feeling good and better, deliberate, choose better feeling thoughts. And we say we have so many ways to focus. We know you can write positive aspect books, things that you feel good about. There's so many ways you can segment intending for the next and the next. When you do something, before you do something, a segment intending for, generally say, I'm just going to walk and just feeling the fresh air and feeling good as I'm walking, as general as that. And you focus in the energy of it, and you are in alignment before you ask it, before you focus in it, and then you're moving, and then it just becomes more. It's our focus. It's not avoiding about the resistance, because resistance is also a part of the energy from within. It's that guidance we have, that we know when we're off track or from the source, pure source energy we all are, then it tells us. So it's not bad. It's the best thing ever. Everything is for us. If I didn't know the one thing, I wouldn't know the other thing. If I didn't know about this side, I would know about this side, because everything is connected and collected. Everything is one. And as we can see, this is oneness, and it's for us. There is just more to come, unconditionally, because there is nothing serious going on here. Everything there, we having our guidance. We all have our guidance from within, and when we follow our own guidance, follow our own bliss, and start focus on those things that feels best to us, and focus more on the wanted things, and focus on the positive aspects in life, and more deliberate create our reality in that space, in that way, and follow, say, you go my way, I'm going my way, you going your way, and feeling good through your way when you go. Feeling alignment first before you do take action and do something. You can easily see how the life will unfold in all areas in your life when you do it, from your beingness first and then doing that. And that's what we're meant to live, in the newness now and forward in the new, as we're moving forward and become more and more of of all of us, of all the desire we have and all that we want. So good. So that's it. We are complete, and there is always more to come. So love you guys so much, and see you tomorrow. Enjoy your day. Namaste.